Monaco's future rulers are still children, but the world is already watching them grow. The twins of Prince Albert II of Monaco are quietly stepping into royal life as the youngest members of the Monagasque royal family. In 2026, Jacques, hereditary Prince of Monaco, and Princess Gabriella of Monaco are beginning to capture public attention with their charming appearances and royal roles. Their story offers a fascinating glimpse into the next generation of Monaco's tiny but powerful monarchy. Princess Gabriella Thérèse Marie of Monaco. Princess Gabriella Thérèse Marie of Monaco was born on December 10, 2014, at 5:04 p.m. inside the maternity wing of Princess Grace Hospital Center. Her arrival marked one of the most anticipated royal births in the modern history of Monaco. The tiny yet glamorous Mediterranean principality ruled for centuries by the famous House of Grimaldi. Gabriella was born just 2 minutes before her twin brother, Prince Jacques of Monaco, making her technically the elder sibling, a fact that immediately fascinated royal observers and historians alike. Despite being the firstborn, Monaco's long-standing succession laws historically favored male heirs. Because of this rule, Prince Jacques automatically became the heir to the throne, while Gabriella was placed second in the line of succession. Nevertheless, her birth carried enormous significance for the principality. She was granted the noble title Countess of Carlades, a historic title connected to lands in France that have traditionally belonged to members of the Monagasque royal family. From the moment she was born, Gabriella held an important role within Monaco's royal structure, representing the future stability of the dynasty. The announcement of the twins' birth sparked jubilant celebrations across the principality. In keeping with royal tradition, 42 cannon shots thundered across the harbor from Fort Antoine, 21 shots for each newborn royal child. The booming salute echoed through the narrow streets and along the glittering coastline of Monaco, signaling the arrival of the long-awaited heirs. Church bells rang across the city, and residents gathered in squares and along the marina to celebrate. For many citizens, the moment symbolized the continuation of a dynasty that has governed Monaco for more than 700 years. Gabriella's parents, Albert II, Prince of Monaco, and Charlene, Princess of Monaco, had married in 2011, and the birth of twins in 2014 was seen as a joyful milestone for the royal family. The arrival of 2 healthy heirs brought renewed excitement and optimism to the small country, where the monarchy remains deeply woven into national identity. Only a few weeks after her birth, Princess Gabriella made her first public appearance. In January 2015, the proud parents stepped onto the balcony of the historic Prince's Palace of Monaco and presented the newborn twins to the people waiting in the palace square below. The scene echoed centuries of European royal tradition, where new heirs are introduced to the public from palace balconies. Crowds cheered as the infants, bundled in white blankets, were lifted gently for the people of Monaco to see. The moment symbolized continuity and reassured the principality that the future of the Grimaldi dynasty was secure. As Gabriella grew older, she gradually became a familiar presence at official ceremonies and national celebrations. Although still a child, she has often accompanied her parents and brother to events such as Monaco's National Day festivities, cultural celebrations, and charity appearances. These occasions allow the young princess to become accustomed to the public responsibilities that come with royal life, while also strengthening the connection between the royal family and the citizens of Monaco. Observers frequently comment on Gabriella's lively personality. In interviews, Prince Albert II has described his daughter as spirited, expressive, and full of energy. While her twin brother Jacques is often characterized as quieter and more reserved, Gabriella tends to display a more outgoing nature. Her animated expressions and confident demeanor have made her a favorite subject for photographers during royal appearances. Growing up within the elegant surroundings of Monaco's palace and coastline, Gabriella's childhood has been shaped by both royal tradition and modern influences. Her education and upbringing are carefully designed to balance normal childhood experiences with preparation for her future responsibilities as a member of Monaco's ruling family. Like many modern royal children, she is being raised with a strong emphasis on education, cultural awareness, and charitable values. Even though she is not destined to inherit the throne, Princess Gabriella still plays an important symbolic role within the monarchy. As the elder twin and second in line to the throne, she represents a vital part of Monaco's royal future. Her presence alongside Prince Jacques also reflects the evolving nature of European royal families, where female royals increasingly take on prominent public roles. By 2025, Princess Gabriella Thérèse Marie of Monaco had already begun taking part in some of the most meaningful cultural and religious traditions of her homeland. One of the most important milestones of that year was when she and her twin brother, Prince Jacques of Monaco, received their first Holy Communion. The ceremony took place at the historic Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception, one of the most sacred landmarks in the Principality and the traditional spiritual heart of the Monagasque royal family. The event carried deep symbolic importance not only for the twins but also for the people of Monaco. The Principality has long maintained strong ties to the Catholic faith, and religious traditions continue to play a central role in national life. First Holy Communion is a significant moment for Catholic children, representing their full participation in the sacramental life of the Church. For royal children, however, the ceremony also holds a public dimension, as it reflects the continuation of long-standing traditions that connect the monarchy with the spiritual identity of the nation. The cathedral itself, built in the late 19th century, has witnessed countless royal events throughout Monaco's history. It is famously the resting place of Grace Kelly, Princess Grace of Monaco, and Rainier III, Prince of Monaco. Holding the twins' first Holy Communion there, therefore connected Gabriella and Jacques not only with their faith, but also with generations of their family who shaped Monaco's modern history. The ceremony was attended by their parents, Albert II, Prince of Monaco, and Charlene, Princess of Monaco, along with close family members and representatives of Monaco's religious community. For the young princess, the occasion marked another step in a carefully guided upbringing designed to balance royal tradition with a modern childhood. From an early age, Gabriella and her brother have been raised with an awareness of the responsibilities that come with belonging to the famous House of Grimaldi. Religious ceremonies such as First Holy Communion help reinforce the values of duty, humility, and service that have long been associated with the royal family. By 2026, Princess Gabriella was continuing to grow into her role as one of the most visible young members of Monaco's royal household. Although she is still a child, her appearances at public events have become more frequent as she accompanies her parents and brother to national celebrations, cultural gatherings, and ceremonial occasions. These appearances offer the public a glimpse of the next generation of the Grimaldi family and reinforce the sense of continuity that monarchies depend upon. Despite being the elder twin, Gabriella is not expected to inherit the throne due to Monaco's succession rules, which historically prioritize male heirs. Her brother, Prince Jacques, therefore remains the heir apparent to his father. However, this does not diminish Gabriella's importance within the royal family. Throughout Monaco's history, female members of the Grimaldi dynasty have played vital roles in representing the Principality and supporting its charitable and cultural institutions. As she grows older, Gabriella is likely to follow a path similar to that taken by other royal women in Monaco. Her future responsibilities may include supporting humanitarian causes, serving as a patron of charitable organizations, and helping promote Monaco's cultural heritage on the international stage. Members of the Grimaldi family have long been active in philanthropic work, focusing on areas such as environmental protection, children's welfare, health initiatives, and international aid. Gabriella will likely inherit this tradition of service. Public ceremonies will also remain an important part of her life. Events such as Monaco's National Day celebrations, state visits, and cultural festivals are central to the Principality's identity. Royal family members often play key roles during these occasions by greeting citizens, representing the state, and maintaining the visibility of the monarchy in daily national life. As Gabriella matures, she is expected to gradually take on more responsibilities at these events. Observers have already noticed that Gabriella appears comfortable in the public eye. Her confident and expressive personality, often remarked upon by her father, suggests that she may one day become a particularly engaging ambassador for Monaco. Royal watchers frequently point out the contrast between her lively demeanor and the quieter nature often attributed to her brother Jacques, though both children are being carefully prepared for their future roles. Prince Jacques Honoré Régnier, hereditary Prince of Monaco. Prince Jacques Honoré Régnier, hereditary Prince of Monaco, was born on December 10, 2014, at 5:06 p.m., only 2 minutes after his twin sister, Princess Gabriella Thérèse Marie of Monaco. The twins were delivered at the renowned Princess Grace Hospital Center, the same hospital that has welcomed many important births in the Principality. Although Jacques arrived second, Monaco's historic succession laws meant that he immediately became the first in line to the throne, ensuring that the centuries-old monarchy would continue through a legitimate male heir. Upon his birth, Jacques received the titles Hereditary Prince of Monaco and Marquis of Beau, the traditional title granted to Monaco's heir apparent. This historic title originates from the medieval town of Les Baux in southern France and has long been associated with the successors of the ruling family. As hereditary prince, Jacques is expected one day to succeed his father, Albert II, Prince of Monaco, and become the sovereign ruler of Monaco. The birth of Prince Jacques carried enormous historical significance for the Principality. For centuries, Monaco has been ruled by the powerful and resilient House of Grimaldi, a dynasty that traces its origins back to the late 13th century. Yet before the twins were born, questions occasionally surfaced about the long-term future of the monarchy. Although Prince Albert II had 2 acknowledged children from previous relationships, they were not eligible to inherit the throne under Monaco's constitutional rules. As a result, the arrival of a legitimate male heir within marriage was seen as essential for ensuring the continued stability of the royal line. The birth of Jacques and Gabriella therefore sparked widespread celebration across Monaco. Cannons fired ceremonial salutes, church bells rang through the narrow streets of the city-state, and residents gathered to celebrate the arrival of the long-awaited heirs. The moment was historic, not only because the Principality finally had a direct successor, but also because the royal family had never before welcomed twins into the immediate line of succession. From the beginning of his life, Prince Jacques has been gradually introduced to the responsibilities that come with being a future monarch. His upbringing has been carefully guided by his parents, Prince Albert II and Charlene, Princess of Monaco, who have sought to balance royal duty with as normal a childhood as possible. While much of his early life has been spent in the relative privacy of family life, the young prince has also appeared at important national events, allowing the people of Monaco to watch the next generation of their royal family grow up. One of the most important occasions where Jacques is regularly seen is Monaco's National Day celebration on November 19th. This annual event is the most significant public holiday in the Principality, marking the sovereignty of Monaco and celebrating the bond between the royal family and the citizens. During the festivities, members of the ruling family gather on the balcony of the historic Prince's Palace of Monaco to greet crowds assembled in the palace square below. Standing beside his father and sister, Prince Jacques has gradually become a familiar sight during these ceremonies. The royal family watches a traditional military parade and greets citizens who gather to celebrate the nation's heritage. For many observers, these appearances serve as an early introduction to the prince who will one day lead the Principality. Despite the attention that surrounds him, those who follow Monaco's royal family often note that Jacques appears more reserved than his twin sister. While Gabriella frequently displays lively expressions and animated gestures during public events, Jacques tends to present a calmer and more thoughtful demeanor. Observers often describe him as quiet, attentive, and somewhat shy during official appearances. However, as he has grown older, the young prince has gradually become more comfortable interacting with the public. During recent ceremonies and public outings, he has begun smiling more frequently, waving to crowds, and participating more confidently alongside his family. These small but noticeable changes suggest that he is slowly adapting to the expectations placed upon him as Monaco's future ruler. Monaco's education and preparation will play a major role in Jacques' development in the years ahead. Like many heirs to European thrones, he is expected to receive a well-rounded education that emphasizes history, languages, diplomacy, and international relations. These skills will be essential for someone who will eventually represent Monaco on the world stage. As the hereditary prince, Jacques embodies the future of Monaco's monarchy. His role is not only ceremonial, but also symbolic, representing the continuity of a ruling family that has governed the principality for more than 7 centuries. Each public appearance, each national celebration, and each milestone in his childhood strengthens the connection between the people of Monaco and the dynasty that has shaped their nation's identity. Although he is still young, Prince Jacques already carries the weight of a remarkable legacy. In the decades ahead, he will gradually assume greater responsibilities, preparing for the day when he will succeed his father and become the next sovereign prince of Monaco. Until that time arrives, the young heir continues to grow under the watchful eyes of both his family and the citizens whose future he will one day help guide. Prince Jacques-Honoré Régnier, hereditary Prince of Monaco, reached an important moment in his childhood in 2025 when he celebrated First Holy Communion, a major milestone in the spiritual life of many Catholic children. The ceremony took place alongside his twin sister, Princess Gabriella Thérèse Marie of Monaco, reinforcing the close bond the siblings have shared since birth. The event was held at the historic Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception, the most significant Catholic church in Monaco, and a site deeply connected to the country's royal traditions. First Holy Communion holds deep meaning within the Catholic faith, marking the moment when a child receives the Eucharist as a full participant in the sacramental life of the church. For the royal twins, the ceremony represented not only a personal religious step, but also an important moment in their integration into the spiritual traditions that have shaped Monaco for centuries. The principality has maintained a strong Catholic identity throughout its history, and the ruling family has long played a visible role in preserving these traditions. The cathedral itself carries enormous historical significance for Monaco's royal family. It is the final resting place of several prominent members of the ruling dynasty, including Grace Kelly, Princess Grace of Monaco, and Rainier III, Prince of Monaco. By receiving their first Holy Communion there, Jacques and Gabriella participated in a tradition that connects them not only to their faith, but also to generations of the House of Grimaldi, who have shaped the principality's history. For Jacques, the ceremony symbolized another step toward the responsibilities that come with being Monaco's future ruler. As the son of Albert II, Prince of Monaco, and Charlene, Princess of Monaco, he occupies a unique position within the royal family. From the moment of his birth in December 2014, he became the heir to the throne and was given the historic title Hereditary Prince of Monaco, as well as Marquis of Beau, a traditional designation held by the principality's heir apparent. By 2026, Prince Jacques was increasingly viewed by the public and observers as Monaco's sovereign in training. Although he remains a child, his life already reflects the gradual preparation that heirs to European monarchies typically undergo. His parents have taken a careful approach to introducing him to public responsibilities, allowing him to grow up in a supportive family environment, while still becoming familiar with the duties he will one day inherit. One of the most visible aspects of this preparation is his presence at official ceremonies and national celebrations. Prince Jacques frequently appears alongside his parents and sister at events that highlight Monaco's identity and traditions. Among the most important of these occasions is Monaco's National Day, celebrated each year on November 19th. During the festivities, the royal family gathers on the balcony of the historic Prince's Palace of Monaco to greet thousands of citizens assembled in the square below. For the people of Monaco, seeing the young heir standing beside his father is a powerful symbol of continuity. The celebrations include a traditional military parade, cultural events, and religious ceremonies, all of which emphasize the principality's unique blend of tradition and modern life. Jacques' presence at these occasions allows him to observe firsthand how the monarchy interacts with the nation it represents. In addition to national celebrations, Jacques also accompanies his parents to other public events such as charity gatherings, cultural ceremonies, and educational visits. These appearances offer him the opportunity to observe how the royal family supports important social causes and promotes Monaco internationally. Over time, these experiences help shape his understanding of leadership, diplomacy, and public service. Observers often note that Jacques displays a calm and thoughtful demeanor during public appearances. Compared with the more animated personality of his sister Gabriella, he tends to appear quieter and more reserved. This does not mean he lacks confidence. Rather, it reflects a personality that many believe may suit the responsibilities of a future sovereign. In recent years, he has gradually grown more comfortable interacting with crowds, smiling, waving, and occasionally speaking during appearances. Education will play a critical role in his preparation for the future. Like many heirs to European thrones, Jacques is expected to receive a broad and carefully planned education that includes history, languages, international relations, and environmental awareness, subjects closely linked to Monaco's global role. Prince Albert II himself has been active in environmental advocacy and international diplomacy, and it is likely that Jacques will one day continue these efforts. As he grows older, Prince Jacques will gradually assume a more visible role within Monaco's public life. For now, however, his childhood remains a balance between royal duty and normal experiences. While he continues to learn about his country's traditions and responsibilities, he is also encouraged to enjoy school, friendships, and family life alongside his sister. Even at a young age, Prince Jacques represents the future of Monaco's monarchy. His participation in religious milestones such as First Holy Communion, his presence at national ceremonies, and his gradual introduction to public duties all form part of a long process preparing him for the day when he will succeed his father as the sovereign prince. For the people of Monaco, watching him grow is more than simply observing a royal childhood. It is witnessing the next chapter in the enduring story of the Grimaldi dynasty. What do you think about Prince Albert II of Monaco's children? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.